to ask you this, since Women's Day is around the corner, and you are someone who's a self-made star, who's had a journey a lot of people, take inspiration from. I have to ask you this: how challenging has been the journey so far? Because you came from a conservative background, and right now you are one of the biggest stars in Bollywood. So, how has the journey been, and how challenging has it been?
I think that every actor, actress has their challenges and their own story and their own difficulties. Mine are maybe very different from some other people, or maybe some of the difficulties I have or had are the same. So I do have to say that there's been more good than bad, or bad moments in my career. And for that, I'm very grateful. And for people who have been so supportive, whether it's within the industry or whether it's from the media, the entire media community, or whether it's my fans. So yes, there's lots of people out there that don't like me, or they find a reason to protest about certain different things, or they voice their opinion and it's not so nice. But for the majority, it's mainly nice people. Otherwise, what would I be doing here? So in that way, the journey's been amazing.
Right. Would you also say that, in particular, women have have it really hard because people are quick to judge women because of their outfits, because of their backgrounds, and men have it a little easier?
Well, I think that you're only a victim if you want to be a victim. So I wear what I want. I do what I want. I don't care what people think. So it's all relative to that person and their own emotional state. So if you believe that you should feel bad, then you're going to feel bad. If you let a stranger dictate how your emotions are going to be that day, then you're going to feel bad. In my opinion, that person who's saying all those crazy things or judging me doesn't live with me, doesn't pay my bills, doesn't have my family, doesn't live in my house, doesn't have anything to do with my life except for that one comment. So why should I let that person bother me?
Absolutely.
As far as, work goes and things being harder or more difficult or easier, I think that if you approach life in a different way instead of poor me, then your outlook of what you have will look so much better. So if we always focus on what somebody else has in somebody else's life, or whether they're a man or a woman, or whether we have better choices or not, I think that it's all relative to how you want that person or people or gender to hurt you.
Isn't there the issue of pay parity as well in the industry? A lot of women have spoken about it.
The difference in their pay. I don't know. I'm not looking at somebody else's pay. I'm looking at my own and whether I'm happy with it or not, and whether it's paying my bills, whether my children are fed, whether my mortgage is paid, whether I'm paying my bills, whether I'm able to buy my food, whether I'm able to go shopping if I feel like going shopping on a holiday. That's what I'm looking at. Why do I have to look at somebody else's paycheck to compare it? Why am I so involved with somebody else's life? I have no reason for that. I think that if you make $5, then you made $5, and what you do with it is your choice, whether you save it, whether you spend it. And I'm not going to look at what other people are making. Why is their life so significant to mine that I have to compare their paychecks with mine?
Right. Sunny, you also a working mom. How has the journey? I mean, how have you juggled between working and raising 3 children?
It's definitely sometimes a struggle, sometimes it's not. It's all about scheduling. I am very fortunate. I have a very hands-on husband, and he's a great father, and we switch back and forth to who's doing what, who's dropping here, who's taking a ballet, who's going to soccer, who's going to gymnastics, who's going, to what place at what time, who's making dinner, who's waking him up in the morning. So it's sometimes, yes, it's tiring, but we really wanted children. We love every second of our day with them. And when they're not around, We miss them terribly. I think we have more separation anxiety than our children do. So I think it just comes down to just scheduling properly and having a lot of communication between yourself and your children.
But how do you react to, these reactions on social media that, you're giving more attention to, some children, and, Nisha's getting not much attention. How do you react to such, negativity on social media?
I think that person who wrote that is someone who is not a part of my daily life. And I don't need one picture to dictate my parenting to my children, and someone to judge me based on one picture. How about you live your life in my shoes for at least 5 minutes before you sit and judge me and my kids and my family and my parenting skills and me loving one over the other? I mean, come on. It's ridiculous. It's childish. Any parent out there knows what it's like to raise a child. And there's also parents out there that know what it's like to raise multiple children, 3 of them, or 2 of them, or 4, or 5. And, I think that the comments that were made are just grow up. That's what I will say.
Sunny, thank you so much.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
Thank you so much.